If you are looking for the best wireless keyboard, you are in the right place. We have tried to include in-depth information on wireless keyboards in our video, which will be enough to fulfill all of your needs. All of them are maintaining their features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturer, and real customer feedback. If you want to buy a wireless keyboard, we think this list will be very worthy to you. Now, let's get started with the video. At the first position of our list, we have Logitech Mx Keys. The best wireless keyboard for office use that we've tested is the Logitech Mx Keys. This low-profile model can connect wirelessly via its USB receiver and Bluetooth, and you can pair it with up to 3 devices. You can easily swap between devices using the dedicated keys next to the functions keys. This model is a great option for Windows and Mac OS users since it's fully compatible with both operating systems. Most of its control keys have legends dedicated to both systems, but you can also get a variant with Mac-specific key legends only. It has indented keys to help you hit them in the center, which helps prevent typos. The scissor switches are fairly light and quiet, making the board a great choice for your office setup. Unfortunately, its software doesn't offer much customization. You can only reprogram some of the keys, and you're limited to a drop-down list of functions. Also, you can't set any macros. If you prefer a more compact model, the Logitech Mx Keys Mini is a very similar board in the 65% size. That said, if you're looking for a full-size, wireless keyboard to use with Windows or Mac OS, this is a very good choice. Moving on to the next at number 2 with Slaband Pro 2. The best Bluetooth keyboard we've tested that's compact and mechanical is the Slaband Pro 2. It's a 60% compact board that's available with multiple Cherry MX, Gateron, and Kyle switches, so you can get the feel you prefer. Our unit came with Gateron brown switches, which feel light and provide nice tactile feedback. This helps prevent typos since you can feel when a key is registered. While it doesn't have a USB receiver, you can pair it with up to 4 devices via Bluetooth, which is more than most of our wireless keyboards. Also, it has customizable RGB backlighting, macro-programmable keys, and its customization software is available on both Windows and Mac OS. While the latency over Bluetooth is a bit too high for competitive gaming, it's fine for casual gaming and simple tasks. If you play with a wired connection, the latency is significantly lower. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with a wrist rest, and there aren't any incline settings. While this wouldn't matter for a low-profile board, it matters for this model since it has a high profile, so your wrist needs to curve upwards a lot to hit the keys, which might not feel comfortable. That said, if you're looking for a compact, mechanical board with Bluetooth, this is an excellent option. The number 3 position is held by Razer BlackWidow V3 Pro. The best wireless keyboard we've tested with mechanical switches is the Razer BlackWidow V3 Pro. We tested it with clicky Razer green switches, but it's also available with linear Razer yellow switches. The switches are fairly light with a short pre-travel distance while offering good tactile feedback, but they're too loud if you want to use this keyboard in an open office environment. That said, the yellow switches should be quieter. It's a very well-built keyboard with a solid aluminum frame that shows little flex. The key gaps are double-shot ABS, and the keys are stable, which helps provide a great typing experience. It also has good ergonomics with a comfortable wrist rest. If you're a gamer, you should be happy to know it has low latency and all keys are macro-programmable. All customization is through the Razer Synapse 3 software, which sadly isn't available on Mac OS. It means that you'll have to save your macro settings to the onboard memory if you want to use it on a Mac computer. You can connect it with up to 3 devices at once via Bluetooth or its proprietary receiver. Overall, it's one of the best wireless keyboards we've tested. Next at number 4, we have Logitech Ergo K780 Wireless Split Keyboard. If you prefer something with a more ergonomic design, look into the Logitech Ergo K780 Wireless Split Keyboard. Although made by the same company, it's very different compared to the Logitech Mx Keys. It doesn't have any backlighting, which isn't ideal. However, it has a split design. It comes with a wrist rest, and it has negative inclined feet meant to relieve stress on your wrist. Typing quality is great once you get used to the design and the scissor switches are quiet. You can reprogram the function keys to a preset list of commands, but you can't set macros. If you're in the hunt for the best wireless keyboard for the office with non-mechanical switches, you can't go wrong with the Mx Keys. However, if you're a fan of ergonomic keyboards, Then look into the Keith 160. The number 5 position is held by Corsair Keith D3 Wireless Entertainment Keyboard. The best wireless keyboard for use with TV we've tested is the Corsair Keith D3 Wireless Entertainment Keyboard. It's among the few we've tested specifically designed for home theater PC setups. It has a built-in trackpad on its right, along with L/R mouse click buttons, a volume control wheel, and a joystick to move around the cursor. You can connect via its USB receiver or Bluetooth, and you can pair it with up to 3 devices, which is great if you need to connect the board to the TV, a console, and an HD PC. It has white backlighting to help you see the keys when in the dark, and its scissor switches are light and quiet, which is great if you don't want to make too much noise when binging a show late at night. Unfortunately, the spacebar on our unit has a strange, tight feel that creates a squeaking sound when pressed. Also, it has no incline settings or wrist rest, but this shouldn't matter unless you are using it at a desk and typing for long periods. The number 6 position is dominated by Logitech K780. The best budget wireless keyboard we've tested is the Logitech K780. It's a good office keyboard with a full-size layout, so you get a numpad, and the media hotkeys make it easy to skip through your favorite music while working. It even has a unique cradle to hold your mobile devices. It has a USB receiver and Bluetooth support, and you can connect with up to 3 devices at once via Bluetooth. There are 3 hotkeys at the top that you can use to easily switch between devices. It has typical scissor switches with a low profile that offer good tactile feedback. And even though they may feel a bit heavy to press, the typing quality is still great. Unfortunately, it has limited ergonomics as it doesn't have a wrist rest or any incline settings, but you shouldn't feel too much fatigue because it has a low profile. It doesn't have any backlighting, which is disappointing if you want to use it in a dark room, but that's somewhat expected for a low-cost office keyboard. Overall, it's one of the best wireless keyboards we've tested. Moving on to the next at number 7 with Redragon K596 Vishnu. Redragon isn't exactly a well-known gaming brand in the US, but it's hard to argue with the $70 price of the K596 Vishnu. This 2.4 GHz wireless gaming keyboard packs RGB, dedicated macro and media keys, a metal volume rocker, linear switches, and even a wrist rest, albeit a hard plastic one, all into a tankless package. And that's at well less than half the price of the more well-known competition. The K596 Vishnu also feels solid and was comfortable to use while gaming and typing, although the plastic used for the shell does look a bit cheap. There's also some funkiness going on with the design, like the fact that phone fader labeled as secondary media controls, despite there also being a bank of dedicated media buttons directly to their right. The second bank of programmable G keys are also oddly narrow and jammed up, and there are light bars on either side of the keyboard that, while look cool, are only going to drain your battery faster while you're gaming without the USB-C cable plugged in. You can turn these off by hitting FN and the pause button repeatedly, but that's a pain. The extra light should default to only turning on when the keyboard is plugged in via a cable. The Vishnu is also heavier than competing wireless keyboards. The number 8 position is held by Logitech 915 Lightspeed. The Logitech 915 Lightspeed delivers a fantastic combo of error-free typing, speed, and comfort. It looks smart and mature in a way that very few gaming peripherals are able to put off, and short of a wrist rest, it's replete with anything you could ask of a keyboard. Razer and Corsair offer slightly cheaper high-end boards by comparison, but for those who secretly miss the stability of the old membrane days, this low-profile keyboard is a dream come true. And for those looking for something similar but smaller, there's the also excellent Logitech 915 TKL. Next at number 9, we have Keychron K2. Pretty much any mechanical keyboard is good for typing and productivity tasks, as long as it doesn't use a switch you don't like for typing. Sorry, all you linear switches out there. But Keychron's K2 75% Bluetooth model works in both wired and wireless modes, is compact without giving up too much in the way of functionality. That is, of course, if you need a number pad, and comes with your choice of 3 switch types, as well as either white backlighting, as we tested, or RGB. There's also a model with RGB and an aluminum frame and RGB for $95. But even the version with a plastic frame, which we tested, feels solid. The Keychron K2 is also versatile, with keycaps for both Apple and Windows included in the box, and support for Android as well. The 2-level feet lift up the back end by as much as 9 degrees for more comfortable typing. and you can choose between Gathering red, blue, or brown switches, as well as ABS or PBT keycaps. You can kit out the Keychron K2 in whatever fashion fits you best. Really, though, it's that orange escape key that gives the K2 that extra level of retro appeal. These days, it always feels good when escape is as easy as possible to find. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by IQUNIX A80 Explorer. The IQUNIX A80 Explorer is a retro-inspired 80% keyboard that combines vintage design with modern features. It delivers unique and desirable features, such as high-quality, colorful PBT keycaps and quiet stabilizers in a compact form factor, with the option to use a 2.4 GHz wireless dongle or Bluetooth connection. The IQUNIX A80 is an exceptionally good keyboard. There's a remarkable attention to detail here, from the bold, retro design and matching cable, to the use of damping foam and outstanding stabilizers. The result is a keyboard that's truly unique and offers a typing experience that competes with a custom-built mechanical keyboard. Still, that bold design and relatively expensive price isn't for everybody. If you like the form factor but can't afford the A80, the Keychron K2, while less premium in build, starts at $80 for the version with RGB. That's all for today. All the product links in the description down below. We upload videos every single day, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button for the upcoming video notification.